All right, day 3 of the National, another 2-part video today. First off, the National was packed. Every day that goes by, I'm more and more certain that we're going to set an attendance record. It's unbelievable. Today was no different. Just to make sure everybody's aware and on top of this, the AC was fantastic. To the point that some people were talking about needing to bring in like a light hoodie or something like that because it got pretty cold in some of those areas, which is great. Cold is better than 90 degrees in there. So check that off the list for the people that don't like the National to complain about. Also, the Wi-Fi, in my experience and my crew's experience, has been perfect. You can check comps wherever you want, whenever you want. Have had absolutely no issues. That was another thing that people that don't go to the National like to bring up as a criticism of the National. Why, I have no idea. But those two things have been great. Now, with that said, so first things first, when you see a lot of these showcases and you see a lot of sticker prices, most people in most deals that are going down, people aren't paying the full sticker price. Obviously, there's exceptions when something's rare or you just generally don't see very often. But most people in most deals that are going down, people are paying under sticker. The dealer's got to start somewhere. It doesn't hurt to start a little high. I kind of get where they're coming from. Their expenses are pretty big too, but there's a lot of negotiating going on at the show, and I've been able to successfully do it myself. And so sure, yeah, a lot of sticker prices are going to look kind of high. Just rest assured that a lot of people are negotiating those prices, and I don't know, maybe perhaps I can't be in the minority on this. My experiences with the dealers have been fantastic. I get that. I guess sometimes complaining about stuff and making more negative content, I guess that in some cases gets a lot of clicks or something, but that's just not the reality at the National, at least through my perceptions and my crew's perceptions. Great dealers, great conversations. Okay, now I do want to remind you, so if you're going to the show or if you're going to go to the show in the future, I found an entire area today that I had not seen yet. So corporate has kind of expanded on the main show floor, but they've added another level to a level. I'm talking like horizontal, not upstairs. They added the upstairs also. But the amount of dealers seems to have expanded pretty significantly. I was in an entire section of the building today that I had not seen, and it's Friday. I've been here since Wednesday. It's huge. But back to my suggestion though. When you go to a show like this and you find stuff that you're interested in, ask the dealer to take a picture. So take a picture of it, go into your phone notes, click the edit button, and write down the booth number. So I made a couple of really nice pickups today, but I have multiple pictures of other cards that I'm considering because I'm like most people out there. I don't have an unlimited budget, and so I got to make some tough choices sometimes. So that's what I spend a little bit of time in the evening doing. Like, hey, I took pictures of these 8 cards. Maybe I can only buy 2 or 3 of them. But you got to make some decisions at some point. So I like taking pictures of them and doing the phone note because then I see the card specifically and then write down the booth number. It tends to work pretty well. Now, so before I forget, if you haven't already, if you consider subscribing to the channel, that would be great. I appreciate everybody that's been watching these videos. I've mentioned in the comments before that there have been years where I've either chosen not to go or just couldn't go to the National, where I loved watching videos of dealer showcases, and so I thought that would be my main focus of these videos, is to focus on the cards. I'm here for the cards. I love collecting sports cards. I love looking at these cards. And today's videos both are going to have some low end, some mid, and some high value items kind of mixed in. There's going to be a little bit of everything. So I'm trying to get a little bit of Pokemon. I'm trying to get some wrestling in there. I'm trying to get some non-sport in there. And of course, basketball, football, baseball, really across the board. So there's a great variety. In addition to that, I go to one of my favorite booths today, and it's actually going to stretch out into both videos today, and that's RBI Crew. That's one of my favorite booths every year is RBI, and I was able to talk to those guys. They're great guys to deal with, and I was able to get a lot of footage from those cases. So part of it's going to be on part 1 here, and then part will be on part 2 coming up here this evening as well. So appreciate the support, and let's get to the cards. All right, starting off today with some fantastic vintage here with some Sandy Koufax rookies. Looking for one, they have a good variety here. That's my dream card right there. They have a couple of more realistic versions of it above, which I'm going to get to here in a second. Look at those. That's my dream card. My goal is that by next year's National, I will buy one of those. That's probably the condition I'm looking at there. Beautiful cards. I had told my wife that if I ever land one of those, I probably won't collect another baseball card. I'll collect basketball and football, but like that's the pinnacle right there. And these are really nice 1s, 1.5s, and of course they got higher end with the 5s. Amazing stuff. I know a guy that's looking for a maze. It's a pretty high grade.
What did we last at 900? I think so. Alright. What do you need on this deal? What do you need, Chase? Stop. I paid $475.
Made 54. Made 54. It's all on the no circuits. Like just great.
54? 54 what? Wait, dude.
On the
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I thought you put in the charger.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This case is not for sale, and I can't say that I blame them. This is just amazing stuff. This is the type of stuff that you really come to the National to see. It's just amazing.
This one's 15. You don't have this one.
Last time was 6.6. This is 6.5. So I did 85%. I gave the jail
Take it. Keep letting us more, bro.
He's bringing me the. So he cracked the PSA 9.
A little bit of Pokemon at this table also. I know I don't always get a ton of Pokemon.
It's not 1/10 that. It's like 500 cents. Let's go.
This is one of my favorite booths every year, the RBI Crew. They're just great people. They have great cards, and they turn over a lot of cards. So I wanted to get a few of their cases today. They always have a great variety of cards. So if you're looking for low end, mid end, high end, if you're looking for a full range, which I kind of tend to be, I'm kind of more in that low to mid range typically. This is a great table to check in on multiple times throughout the show. Nice LeBron there. They got some really nice PMGs here too, so if you're looking for PMGs, they've got them. All right, moving on to some wrestling. Yeah, rest in peace, Hulkster. That's kind of an iconic pose there.
get a sec. I had some guy send you a message with a 101 Rhea Ripley relic from Select. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't know